Alright, hello everyone. We got back from Europe 2 days ago, picked up the van yesterday morning, and we're happy to say that it's in basically perfect condition just as we left it. So I wanted to do a little basic video today and just talk about some of the equipment that we use and the process that we went through to prepare the van to put it in storage, because it's something that we sort of looked into because we were a bit worried about it being full of insects or mice or mould or something when we came back, because we left the van parked for 4.5 months while we went to Europe. So when you're leaving it for that long in storage, there's a few things that's definitely important to do while you're doing that. So really the first thing that we did was we removed all of our equipment. So we took the mattress and all the curtains out. We've just put it back in this morning. So once we did that, we gave the floor and all the nooks and crannies a really good clean. So vacuum and wipe down, special attention to the fridge and to our toilet as well. So we made sure that we gave that a thorough clean and dried it out as well. We also cleaned the inside of the lid on our roof vents, because that can get a little bit dirty as well, and I didn't want to leave it during that time while it was packed away. So once we did that, we took it and put it in undercover storage, and that cost a few dollars to put it in the storage, but for the peace of mind knowing that it was out of the weather, out of the elements, and it was protected and it's secure, it was worth that for while we had it in storage. One thing we use as well is one of these. So I already had this because it's a battery charger, and I've used this for the lithium battery, but it also works for normal lead acid starter batteries. So it's like one of the Victron 15 amp chargers. And I had this rigged up to one of these things, which is basically just a timer. So it's a programmable timer, and I had that set up to run once a week for 6 hours. So that was a good idea as well, and it seemed to work really well. Basically just to avoid running the charger 24/7, having it connected, because it's not necessary. One of the other things that we didn't really use a lot of chemicals in the cleaning. We mainly just used vinegar and water for wiping down the benches, but we did use a little bit of this disinfectant spray, and we used that in a lot of the hard surface areas, and also in the sink, and also on the top of the fan vents up there. So that helped a lot to kill off some of the mould and things that were growing up there and make sure it was all clean. And then right at the end, we put one of these in the van as well and opened it up. So this is just a big moisture absorbing cylinder, and it's got these little sort of granular things inside which absorb the moisture, and then that sort of builds up the water on the bottom. And we gave the caretakers of the property where we had the van parked, we gave them a spare refill pack, but there wasn't that much moisture inside the van in the end, and they didn't end up using it, so it's good news. Probably a couple of other small things that we did. We disconnected and flushed out and dried out all our grey water and freshwater systems. We also sprayed a little bit of bug spray on the power cord that ran into the battery charger, because I had this in the engine bay, and I didn't want to have a little convenient path for ants or whatever to climb up. So we put like a plastic drink bottle over as a shield to stop mice from climbing up it, and then we just sprayed a little bit of like bug spray on the power cord and the extension cord, just to try and avoid anything coming in and making a home in the van while we were away. So yeah, we came back and there's no cockroach or ant infestations or anything like that, and it was all good. And probably one of the last things that we did as well right at the end was we turned off, like I've got a quick switch here, circuit breaker for the solar panels. So we disconnected the solar panels, disconnected the battery, and disconnected all the little sensors and meters that were connected directly on the battery, so there's no draining of the battery while we were away. So I just hooked that up last night and it's all good and everything's working fine. The solar's working fine, the battery's fine, and it all worked really well. So we were really happy with that. It saved us. It was something that we weren't sure about and we were really hoping that it would work out. So it's really nice to come back after 4.5 months traveling around Europe, and our home on wheels is all clean and ready to go. So I'll get back to loading up. We had all our stuff in storage at a relative's house, so it's just across the road from here. So I'll go back over there and get the rest of our equipment and continue to load up and get ready. And we're hitting the road next week and we're heading back down south to Marg River. So good times ahead. As usual, if anyone has any questions or comments, or they want to get any more information about what we use exactly, or if you have any other ideas or questions, leave it in the comments below, and when I can I'll try and get back to you and help you out. Until next time, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the future videos.